Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Building the Enterprise D here on the channel. So this is quite an interesting episode because this is likely to be the last video put out on the channel of 2021. I am recording this on Monday the 20th of December. We've got a few days left until Christmas and the aim will be to put it out 1 week today on the 27th. And then that will probably be it for videos for 2021. So just before we even begin looking at the book, I'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone who's been following this particular series, for the regulars among you who've been leaving comments, answering the various questions I've been asking throughout the videos, and just, sharing your own stories of the build and stuff like that. It's been really appreciated. I've mentioned so many times that when I started putting videos up on this channel last year, my aim was to do a video a week and maybe to try and get to 100 subscribers, and I didn't think I would do it. Certainly didn't think I'd have many comments being left or any regulars. We currently sit on 333 subscribers, and there are regular comments every one of these Star Trek videos and in some of the other videos I do. So, from everything, thank you so much, and I've really appreciated this last year, and I'm very excited for next year. We're going to continue doing the Enterprise D build. We're going to see this through to the end. We've also got some other new videos in the pipeline. I'm currently recording the first episode of Games I've Always Wanted to Play. That name's pending. And that is going really well. I'm currently playing the game I've always wanted to play. I won't tell you what it is yet, but if you look at my social media, you'll probably see. But do give me a follow on there and various other things. But thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to next year, and I hope you all are as well. Do let me know how your years went. It's been a very strange past 2 years, we all know that, but I think we've all kind of gotten through it in our own way. And let me know how it's gone for you, what's been your highlights of it, what's helped you, what you've been up to, what your plans for next year, and all that kind of thing. But sentimentality aside, let's start having a look at the next issue. So this is issue 15. So what we're probably going to do here, we're probably going to do all of issue 15 in one go, because it looks like it's a bit of a tidying up issue. There's no, nothing that was going to, make it overrun. But we've got stages 55, 56, 57, and 58. And we are building up the final parts of the top of the saucer. We're going to actually see the top of the saucer complete in this one. We're going to do some more work on the nacelle. And we're going to start on the bottom half of the saucer. I don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully it won't be too complicated or anything. But we've got two of the big skeletal parts for it already. And that's quite exciting. So, without any further ado, let's start stage 55. So, stage 55. So it actually says here, retain, I don't know what word that is, I presume they mean return. Return to the main bridge build you assembled in issues 1 and 2. God, do you remember issues 1 and 2? And integrate it with your near-complete upper saucer section. So, here we go. God, it's weird to think. This time last year, this time last year, I think I had actually just paid for my subscription to this, the initial sort of payment. Yeah, it would have been, actually. So about this time last year, I decided that I was actually going to do this. I had seen it advertised, and I didn't have the money. And then I got paid, and I thought, I looked at my budget, and I thought, oh yeah, I can afford to get this. And then it was a couple of months wait until we got the first issues through, and I didn't think I was going to record it at the time. I was just going to do this is a bit of a fun little hobby project on the side. And then it arrived, and I thought, oh, do you know what? Yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give this a record and see how it goes. And it's actually done a lot better than I expected. Like I said, I didn't expect to get regulars or anything. Okay, so we've got place deck to base on the saucer assembly as shown. Let me just, I'll show you that there. I've just put that in absent-mindedly without even showing you it. But that there. So you can see it actually says 1701D. And then what we want to do, we want to flip over the old saucer. It's weird today because I'm actually recording this much earlier than I normally do, and on a different day. I'm actually off work now until the new year, but my girlfriend is still working, so she's at work all day today. So I'm just taking my opportunity to record because I kind of want to have a lot of stuff recorded before Christmas. I kind of want to have the next few days just to relax and chill. So I'm hoping I can get that episode of Games I've Always Wanted to Play sorted, as well as this video, and then it's just take a bit of a break over Christmas, I think, from videos or anything stressful. So then we want to secure that panel with 6 FM screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So I've got 4, 5, and no, I've got 7 out. Because you never know. Pop that down on the ground. I do not have a lot of space here. Let's just make sure you can see that. See my hand there? My hair's grown long again, so I'm having a bit of difficulty. I like having long hair, but sometimes it makes stuff like this, where you have to, you know, lean over things, quite difficult. That's one. So yeah, like I said, this is probably going to be the last video of the year. We'll be resuming again videos in January. The first one to go up will probably be the first in the Games I've Wanted to Play series. It depends, really. I'm not anticipating, you know, any arrivals or unboxings then, so it may as well be that one. It might be like a 2-week break or something. It really depends, because I need to edit that one. And that's kind of my main project over the next few days, I guess, is the editing of that. Like, we've got it recorded. Well, I'm still completing the game right now. That shouldn't take too long. This is going to need a bit of extra screwing down. But, I'm very excited for it, because it's a chance to play some retro stuff. But it's not just like stuff that I'm nostalgic for, because it's games I've always wanted to play. It's hopefully, the whole point of it really is going to be, here's some games I've always wanted to play from the past. This is what I think of them. This is how they hold up today. And it kind of gives you like an opportunity to sort of go, oh, I'd like to try that as well. So it's meant to be a bit of like inspiration. Anyway, we've screwed that down now. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? Just kind of completes it just that little bit more. So what have we got next? We've got a Christmas tree up, so it's a bit crowded around my desk at the moment. I've got both my guitars either end of me. So when I lean down to pick something up, I'm nearly bashed my head off my Strat. Right, next step. Let's bring that on there. Retrieve your main bridge deck to assembly used in stage 51. Thread the deck panel lights through the source skeleton as shown. Then position the assembly on top of the saucer and secure it from underneath using 14 BM screws. Wow, okay. Bloody hell. Oh, and then we've got to remove some FM screws, okay, to detach the saucer PCB. Then secure that, okay, with the 8 more BM screws. Oh yeah, I do have a lot of them in there. Then we screw the PCB down again. Okay, well, let's just little bit by bit instead of jumping too far ahead. So what we want to do, we want to take our to be honest with you, all this kind of goes underneath, does it not? Yeah. Well, that's on. That's in and on. And then it's just going to be a matter of yeah, let's flip this over then again. Oh. Right. Oh, okay. God, look at that underneath now. That's madness. I'm just trying to make sure it's on. I think it is. Yes, it is. Definitely. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting one. So many lights and all sorts here. Okay, so we've got that a little bit secure, and then what we're going to do, we're going to secure it down with the BM screws. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a jump cut to that all being done, because I do not need to record 14 screws being tightened. So I'll join you again in a couple of minutes. And welcome back. So it's only been like a second for you, but oh, it's been a while for me. I say it's been a while for me. It's not been too long. It was a pretty smooth process, but hopefully you can now see that the PCB has a few more additions to it, and then more excitingly, when we flip this over, it's all secure. It's all 100% secure now. Now, the only thing is that it's not completely flush. It rises up a little bit here, and this bit here rises up a little bit. I don't think that's going to be a major problem. I think that's just the way this kit is, unfortunately. I think some people will probably be able to get theirs a bit more flush, but, you know, I think it's going to vary. Let me know about yourself with it, but I mean, regardless, that is absolutely beautiful. But we're not done yet. So, we've got all of that secure. We've got one... yeah, we've got one more light left to pop in. Not sure if maybe this one as well is supposed to go in somewhere. That's a smaller light. So we've got... Ah, okay, I see. So we've got 2 lights left to pop in. 3 actually, small ones, yeah. I'll get there eventually, everyone. So we've got these cables left to pop in, and we've got a couple more lights left to attach. So let's get straight on with that. We'll leave the saucer out. So, take the left saucer impulse engine, 55D, and left impulse reflector, and slide them together as shown. Then locate the deck panel lights fitted in stage 50, and slot the unassigned bulb into the impulse engine assembly. So what we're after here... yeah, we're after that one, and that one. So that... so it says slide them together as shown. It says slide them. Is this supposed to be some sort of thing there? Because I'm not really seeing anything slide them together. Unless I'm... being unsmart. What about the other one? Okay. I'm not seeing anything to slide them, but... or unless... no. Alright, well, we'll take it for its word. Take it at its word, but... oh no, actually, you will want that slide together, won't you? Because if it doesn't, how is that going to remain on? Bear with me just a second, I want to have a look at this. Alright, we're back. Let me just move that into shot. So, I figured it out. When it says slide it into place, what it means is... literally just slide it there and hold it awkwardly for a bit. I was looking for some sort of locking sort of slide, you know, like... I don't know what you'd call it, but, you know, when you're like sliding a drawer or something. That's kind of what I was looking for, but it's not that. It just kind of holds it into place. And then you attach it to your bridge, well, to your saucer, like this. And we get the other AP screw. So yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. I know, in this one, what a shocker. I am a little bit... there's some... I love this build, right? Don't get me wrong. And I'm not going to complain about it or anything like that. I absolutely adore what I've built here. But there has been its fair share of awkwardness and weirdness. So as we've seen, it's a fair share of frustrations. But there we go. That's in place now. That's as secure as it's going to be, I guess. And then what we want to do, we want to repeat the process for the other one. So let me just prep me AP screws. So yeah, so we've got the 2 parts here. We want to find the light. Don't know why I said it like that. Get that locked into place, which we've done. Might notice I'm using the other screwdriver they sent us for this right now. Just found it easier for manoeuvring around the smaller screws. You probably can't see anything from my giant thumb. Oh, it didn't even go in. That's probably because it's not even on the part properly. So yeah, I guess I should ask while I'm doing this, with this video going out after Christmas Day itself, what did you do? If you do celebrate Christmas, of course. What do you do around this time of year? Do you have any kind of traditions? Do you go see anyone? Like I've mentioned before, I know it's strange times for everyone, so hopefully you did have a good day, regardless of what you did. I remember for us last year, we had made plans to go see our family and everything, and it was all going to be wonderful, and then, like, not too long before we were due to go down, they announced they were going to close the borders and everything in Scotland, so we couldn't go back down to England, because that's where our family live, because we're originally English. But yeah, hopefully you had a good day. This will go 2 days ago. This will go out. It's weird when you record a video knowing that it's going to go out in the future, because your sense of time gets a bit all messed up. Which is handy because I'm making a model from Star Trek here, where the sense of time does get messed up. Alright, so we are done with the saucer section for now. But we'll just give it a quick look over. So you can see we got the bridge section on there. We've got a reflector and another one on that side. That should all be ready for the testing later on. But we'll put that down gently. Next up, we have the nacelle battery box. Just making sure, see what stage that is. So, take the battery box nut, which is there, place it in the round slot. So yeah, this is for the nacelle, and it looks like the nacelle uses CR2032 batteries. And there's a switch there for it as well. I'm going to have to go back over my nacelle, because I'm not overly happy with how it sits right now. It can be fixed. There's giant globs of, like, solder on this. Like, look at that. Giant globs. Can't get that in. I'm going to use the tweezers for it. There, that's in now. Then cover that up. With that. And we want more AP screws, so we want 2 more. And this will be the end of stage 55. What a journey. And that is in. There you go. Right. That's stage 55 complete. Shall join you back again in a second for stage 56. Welcome back. Stage 56 time. So, what are we doing here? Complete the look of your upper saucer section with the phaser array parts and the aft formation lights. Then install a vital switch for the battle section. Okay, so this one, incredibly simple. We've got all the parts of our phaser array, and it is just up to us to pop them on the saucer. So I will go retrieve the saucer. There it is. That's the saucer. We're all well acquainted with it by now. And if not, then go back and watch the rest of the videos so you can learn what it is. I guess I'll just get on with it then. See you in a moment. Welcome back. And as you might have seen from the little interstitials there, all the phaser arrays are on. So now we have the complete circuit around. I was a bit worried about this bit actually, because that juts out just a tiny little bit. I was kind of worried that the phaser bank wouldn't go in properly. But now that that's actually gone in, it hasn't brought this fully flush, but it kind of hides it a little bit more. So, we're still not done. We are still not done. There's still a little bit left, but not much. So we're back here on the other side, and what we want to do now, from below, push the red formation light into position on the aft port side of the saucer, adjacent to the reflector panel, and then the green one on the other side. So, red on that side, green on the other. Let's say green on the other. And what we got here? We got a little guide here about picturing port and starboard. So I can never remember which one's which. The terms port and starboard refer to the left and right sides of your model relative to the captain's chair. Same applies when the terms left and right are used. Because you're not always working your model parts in their final orientation, you will sometimes find yourself fitting parts named left or port on what seems to be the right of the starboard side and vice versa. Okay, so to avoid confusion, imagine yourself on the bridge of the Enterprise. Of course I'm going to imagine myself on the bridge of the Enterprise. That's like, you know, what I've been doing ever since I was a child. Picture where the parts you're working will eventually be on your left port side or the right starboard. Okay, so the red is for the port side, which is left. So while it's on the right-hand side of the underneath, it'll be on the left-hand side when we flip it over, and vice versa. Cool. That clears that mystery up over what is port and what is starboard. Because I always forget. Right, let me just set this to one side, the saucer. And because we've got a little bit left. Just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny smidgen. Retrieve the battery box, power switch from stage 55, secure it into the nacelle. Retrieve the battery box and fit it on. So there we go, we have that. I want the GM screws. I've screwed so many things down today, I'm actually kind of, because of the rubbing against the screwdriver as I turn it, I've kind of hurt my finger. I know it's such a first world problem. So we want 2 GM screws, those are absolutely tiny. So let's get this secured first before we start faffing with the switch, shall we? Hopefully. There you go, so that's down like that. We want to just pop that in. So while I'm doing this, I think I've asked before, like, what other kind of places do you go to YouTube-wise? I know a lot of people swear by World of Wayne. I've seen a few of his vids, and yeah, very good stuff, very professionally done, much more professional than this. But what other YouTube things do you like? I think I've kind of told the story about how I came to do this in particular and what inspired me. It was actually Una Sanis, Markiplier, and Ethan doing that, and they did like a little Q&A where they spoke about like themselves in terms of YouTubers. Ethan, obviously quite famously, sort of influenced by Mark, and they got to work together on a project. And one of the things they said is like both of them get asked, you know, how do I start doing YouTube or whatever? And they both kind of said the same thing: is everyone has a phone nowadays, everyone has a camera, just record yourself doing what you want to do. And that's kind of, I'd always toyed with the idea and thought I want to do stuff, but I never thought, oh, what should I do? And I thought, well, I like nerdy things. I, you know, have stuff to kind of talk about, I guess. I'll just do that. And kind of, my thing has always been, I want to be chill, I want to be nice, and kind of not low energy, but just have like a general happiness and enthusiasm of what I do. I think there's so much anger on the internet and YouTube, and some of that isn't even legit anger. Some of it's just anger for the sake of it, to drum up views. Like, you know, a movie or a game pops out and everyone straight away is like, oh, look at this in the trailer, isn't it awful, isn't that dreadful, isn't the game awful because of this, that and the other? And it's like a race to see who can hate a thing the most, and I've never been like that. I've always kind of, maybe some people would say I'm easily pleased. I don't really care if that's what you think. If you think I'm easily pleased, then so be it. But I've always just tried to be enthusiastic and appreciative of stuff. And I'm not saying there are things I don't dislike. There are things I dislike. Onions. Really don't like onions. They make me want to be sick. Peppers. Not really fond of them either. Quite a lot of fruit. I like my veg. Just not be fruit. You don't need to know all this. But, you know, the point is, like, I think there's a lot of, like, negativity, and I always kind of, when I started doing this, I wanted to be a bit more positive about it, about what I do. So hopefully that's came across. But in terms of other YouTubers, me personally, I think I mentioned before, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I really enjoy what Cultaholic do. They're a group of wrestling YouTubers from Newcastle, so back down my neck of the woods. And they kind of have the same thing that I've just said, like a really good enthusiasm for what they do. And there's one particular guy, Tom Campbell, and because I'm a Patreon, a Cultaholic, I've had the chance to speak to him a couple of times, and he just has like an energy and enthusiasm that is infectious, and that's been very inspirational to me doing my stuff. In relation to Cultaholic, the other one that both me and my partner have gotten into very recently is Triple Jump, a bunch of gaming YouTubers. And again, they're actually part of Cultaholic, and they are very good, very funny. Go check them out. But enough rambling, because we are at the end of stage 56. So that's in the cell with the battery pack in. How cool is that? So I'll see you again in a moment for 57. Alright, so stage 57. It feels like it's been a while since we've done a 4 stages in one video, and I'm appreciative we're already approaching the half-hour mark, so I'll try to keep things fairly brief here. So, stage 57. What are we doing here? We are adding another PCB, then we're going to see the entire upper saucer section light up and make a start on the lower saucer framework. So that's quite exciting. We've got another PCB on the way. That's incredibly exciting, actually. So let me just get the parts for stage 57 out. Like I said, I appreciate we're already approaching like the half-hour mark, and I'm trying to make an effort to not have the videos be too long. But it's Christmas. It is a time for indulgence. Hopefully you've all indulged nicely. You know, had your turkey or whatever it is you have, giant ham, chicken, I don't know, whatever really. Maybe you don't eat meat. Maybe you've had a nut roast. I don't know what vegans or vegetarians eat for Christmas. I presume nut roast or some sort of other substitute, of which there are many. One of my best friends is actually vegan. We've had a few substitutes from time to time, and they are very, very good now. Getting so much better with that kind of thing. What am I rambling about? So what happens, I forgot to open this before actually hitting the record button. So, there we go. Probably worth pointing out as well, just as I record this, another reason why this will be the last one of the year is because we have New Year's coming up. So I don't think there is another Monday in the year, actually. So this will have to be the last one of the year. But the other reason why I'm kind of keen to not record anything in that week after Christmas, or do any sort of editing and have as much of a break as possible, is because not only is it Christmas, but the 30th of December is also my birthday. So we've got Christmas, my birthday, New Year. And whilst I don't really do much for my birthday or drink or anything, I do want to kind of have that week free. So anyway, what we're doing, we're taking the lock spring and lock pin and slotting them together as shown. So that goes in like that. And then retrieve the lower portion. And do we just sit that in there like that? Yeah, looks like we do. Yeah, so we just sit that in like that. Then we get that and we screw that down with some AM screws. Do we have any left over from... No, we don't actually. So yeah, we'll talk about Christmas. Talk about it a lot because it's one of my favourite times of the year. But, like I say, what did you get? Did anyone get any nice things? I don't know. Obviously, I can't talk about mine yet because I'm recording this several days before. I hope I got nice things. I just want to have a nice, relaxing time. And to see my family again, which, you know, that sucked last year. Just check something. My microphone's playing up. No, it's not. It's not. I thought I couldn't feel my microphone on me. It's a lapel, like, clip-on mic. So I thought, where's it gone? Okay, so we've added the spring bit to the nacelle. It's there. I don't know what that is for, but cool, I guess. I'll put that with the top of the nacelle. And next up, oh, here we go. Take the saucer PCB cable and plug it into the in-out slot. Okay, so let's get the saucer back up here, shall we? So what we're doing, we're gonna attach the other PCB. Then we have a power switch for the saucer now. That's exciting. Then we're going to connect a few things. We got a couple of different pins. Then we are going to do some cable management. And then we're going to... Oh, we don't even need the... We don't need that little... Oh, no, okay, hang on. Yeah, ignore me. I'm talking rubbish. Right, let's get the saucer back and get on with it. One lovely saucer. Then what we want to do, we've got an in-out cable on here. We just want to plug it in. Let's actually do it from that end. Plug that in. Can we get it? Yeah. Right, that's in. Then next up, we want to plug the third PCB on. Which is here. 3 PCBs on this. Damn. So where would we go? Oh yeah, we go like that. Easier said than done, this. I have done that wrong, haven't I? Actually. Ah, yeah, okay, so it goes... That's really strange. It goes all the way the other way around. So what I want to do, I want to run that underneath, like so. Then we want to fit that in. Put it on exactly the same way again. Come on. Fit in. Okay. So that goes in like that. So 57F goes underneath. And into here. I'm going to assume there's a reason they designed it this way, but that is pretty awkward. Either way, we're done. And then we want to secure it down. We want to secure it down with some FM screws. And then we want to tidy up these cables. So, I'll see you in just a moment. Right then everyone, we are back and we have all of the cable management done. It's not perfect, as you can see, but it is there. It's as best as I can get it for now. I've just tried to tuck things down. But, as you can see, I'm now fitting the battery pack. And I'm now turning the saucer over. Make sure I grab hold of the switch, wherever that is. There it is. Right, everyone, are you ready? Boop. There it is. The entire saucer lit up for the first time. That's the whole thing. That's the whole top of the saucer. All those windows are in place. All the cables are attached. Everything is where it should be. You can even see the reflectors at work there. It's beautiful, isn't it? Like, just look at that. That's amazing. And we're not even done. We're not even done with this saucer yet, because we've got the bottom half of it to do, which we will start in the next, in the final part of this stage, and going forward. So, for now, let's unplug the battery pack. I'll be very glad when we're done with this, because it's kind of cumbersome. But put that down to one side, and what have we got here? So the very, very, very final bit of this stage, stage 57, I think it is. Yep, place the lower skeleton on the saucer structure as shown, don't trap any wires, and secure it. We're using 4 FM screws and 8 BM. So we want to start from the other side of the saucer. Make sure we don't trap any screws. And it'll go on like that. So, I'll see you in just a moment while we attach this to the deck. And with that, that is stage 57 complete. So now we're starting to get the underside of it. So we're getting all these wires neatly tucked away. Can actually start displaying it without worrying about it. But let's just flip it over. God, it's heavy. And there it is so far. So, see you very shortly for stage 58. Well, here we go everyone, the final stage of today's video, stage 58. So spring back into action on your port warp nacelle, fit the 5 formation light LEDs, and then add another large section of the lower saucer skeleton. So we'll just get straight on with it, shall we? We kind of know what to expect here, we saw it in the last one. We're returning to that nacelle. We are popping the spring on, and we are putting it in there like that. It should be nice and secure. Then we want that part, and we want our AM screws, so we just want the 2 of them. Oh, I want to actually keep hold of them this time. So this is the, I've been using the second screwdriver they gave us throughout this one today, because I found it much easier for handling some of these smaller screws than the larger one. Right, well there we go. That's secure, in place. Actually, do you know what? That's not right. Give me just a moment. Something's happened there. Because the other one bounces in nicely, but this one does not. I bet when I've attached this plastic panel, yeah, let's try. Try putting that in again. That's better. No screwdrivers collecting screws there. Yeah. And in properly. So I do wonder what the underside of the saucer is going to look like now that we're starting to slowly build that up, because obviously the top side is what you're going to see most of, and that's going to have all your windows on. But I wonder if it's going to be very similar for attaching. I mean, obviously it's not going to be quite the same, is it? Because you're going to have to cover up a lot of screws and such with it. So, there we go, that's done. We're done with the nacelle for today. Now we are on to fitting formation lights onto the top of the saucer. So we want to plug the front formation LEDs into a B socket on the saucer PCB first and thread the bulb through the skeleton as shown. Then we want to do the same for the aft formation LEDs and plug it into the larger of the two slots marked W on the first one. Then do the same for the other formation light. Okay. Then we want to plug the... Alright, okay. So, I think the first one we're going to do is this one, the front formation LED. Then we're going to put it on the saucer. Then we're going to put the others on the saucer. Then we have the final skeletal bit. And then I'll show it all lit up. So, I'm going to do this off camera because I appreciate we haven't got as much time left. I shall see you in just a moment. Well, everyone, we are back, and that is stage 58 complete. So I'll just quickly show you. We've got the two formation lights at the aft. We've got one here on the starboard side. The other one is here on the port, and then we got the fore one there. But that's it. We also got the other skeletal part on there as well, so you can see the wires. It looks like a bit of a mess, but they are all nice and tucked away now. So, with that said, there's only one thing left to do. And that's for me to say thank you once again to everyone for taking the time to watch this. As I've always said, it is very, very much appreciated. Every single view, every comment, every like is massively appreciated. Just while I try to get this battery box plugged in. The only problem with having the skeleton in now is that it's actually made this bit a bit harder. I can't see it as well. Does not, but my hair is going in my eyes as well. Right. That's in. So the only thing left to do is to flip this upside down very gingerly and carefully and give it a bit of a test. So where's that switch gone? Boop. So hopefully you can see that. We've got the fore light there. We've got the blinking lights around the back. I'll tell you what, actually, the best thing to do in this situation, I feel, would be to pick up the camera, show you all in one go. So there it is, everyone. That's the top of the saucer complete. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. Please you know, leave your comments and all that. And I shall see you again in the new year. Goodbye.